Ooh, okay, understandable. And the underlying energy is the Four of Pentacles. Thank you, stepping out of your comfort zone and yeah, moving forward. Oof, that's a rough one, guys. It's very similar to what Leo got. Leo and Gemini, they got some really heavy stuff coming in. Scorpio season definitely could do that for you, right? When you have, well, some energy that's a little rough, a little tough. This is going to be a little bit deep, okay? So bear with me, y'all. All right, now it starts off really good. The mental area for both parties looks really healthy, and despite what brought you both together, you guys are coming to this with a really good start, with a really good head on your shoulders, right? Literally, because this is considering the head here. Now we're going to start with you, or how I started with the client being you. This could be the other person if you don't resonate with this, but this is the Page of Pentacles as your mind. So in your mind, you're coming into this with a new sense of purpose, a new sense of commitment, perhaps a new beginning in regards to stability and security, in a sense, or somebody is offered something of great value, and that's what you guys see this as, a new opportunity to in regards to value here. That's great. Or a new opportunity that you see has the potential to be something great in value to you, to the other person. Now, again, I feel like somebody may have offered you something, or you have offered to someone else. But this is like a small little new beginning. Nothing huge, nothing like the Ace of Pentacles, but definitely it can have the capacity to be very big. But it's a small little step in the direction towards stability, support, and security. Now, the other person in their mental state are definitely coming into this relationship with their minds very much focusing on a shift of luck, a change of luck, a new opportunity. This is a really good card. They see this as a new opportunity, another opportunity, a second chance. So this is a really healthy way of seeing things, right? Now, how you guys perceive each other, now that's different, right? This person's coming in with the Three of Cups, right? With their new beginning, their new opportunity, their second chance, or another time around, another opportunity regarding something that they've been through before, right? Because this person has experience, way more experience than when they started out. So this is extra good, right? They feel like they're coming into this with a bit more knowledge, a bit more experience, and they kind of know how to handle a relationship or handle this sort of process, right? So they're coming into this with the Three of Cups, very supportive, looking to connect with people, looking to kind of, they're very celebratory. They're very good in where they are. They're celebrating internally. They look like they're in a good place. And I feel like they are very supportive, very open to supporting people. And I feel like this person is really wanting to start something within a group or within this relationship, really connecting together. Now, this is a very reunion-like energy here, because this person may be an ex, this person may be someone that you already know here. But if this is not an ex, it's someone that you know, this may not be reunion energy. This could be this person is happy to connect with somebody and start fresh, start again. However, on your side here, you guys have the Five of Swords. Now, this kind of makes me a little bit worried. Now, considering that you come into this with this Page of Pentacles, the potential of something new, starting in a direction where there's potential for stability, support, and security, you have the Five of Swords here that kind of gives me the indication that there may be this kind of ruthless kind of energy to it. Like you're trying to do anything and everything it can to get to some sort of, obviously some stability that you see the potential of here, right? This is something small and it's something, not so grandiose and something huge, but I feel like there's this deep desire to kind of get to where this is, right? Now, for some of you guys out there, this may actually be that you're not sure if this is worth doing all that, pretty much worth, sacrificing something for this relationship. Somebody may be kind of having doubts about doing something, whether this is being very ruthless or coming out, being very selfish, or maybe this person, or maybe you're kind of, you're not sure about, what to compromise. So like you're trying to figure out exactly what is the best path for you, because you don't know if something is worth it or not. Because there is something that you're sacrificing here. When the Five of Swords comes up, you're always sacrificing something, and it's something, you're trying to figure out whether or not it's something worth the sacrifice or not. So it all depends, considering that you may be trying to get to a place where you feel the most stable and not necessarily trying to be in a relationship again. Because you have the Four of Pentacles here, you may be trying to find your independence. And maybe you're not sure if you really want to pursue this relationship. For some of you guys, you may know that you do. But there is this very selfish way of looking at it that's not necessarily bad, but you do have to be kind of careful about severing ties or severing connections here by being so uncompromising and unwilling to work with, if that makes sense. Now there's nothing wrong with it, right? But if you're okay with the potential of relationships and things being cut off, then that's cool, right? That it's a potential for that to happen. There's no guarantee, but there is something you sacrifice with this kind of energy if you're going to go the ruthless route. So this Five of Swords energy, this is a very interesting way of looking at this, of how this person is presented. This person is very, interested in their own needs and their own desires, usually when this kind of cards comes up. So they're only looking at what they kind of get out of it, sometimes based off the energy that comes off. But this also can indicate what, again, like I said, doubt, not sure if something is worth pursuing or not, worth doing, worth the sacrifice, worth the effort, you know what I mean? Because again, right, you always sacrifice something, and I feel like this person may feel like they're sacrificing something great, something big to them, something that's very personal to them. And the reason why these energies are coming up, we're going to the Fruit energy, and your end, guys, is the High Priestess. Okay, very interesting card to get in your Root energy, because the High Priestess talks about trust, talks about trusting intuition, but also like inner knowing, deep knowing, and it usually talks also about what's hidden. Now, considering that we're talking about foundation and going after what you want and being feeling and receptive, not necessarily receptive energy. The High Priestess can be receptive though. I feel like this person, this person may have been very passive, or you guys have been very passive in your relationships, or in if this is a relationship that's kind of or pre-existing, you may have been been kind of always like doing things for others, compromising and allowing other people to kind of negotiate around you and things like that. And I feel like this is encouraging a more of a selfish attitude towards this, which is not, again, like I said before, it's not a bad thing. There's no judgment here. So however you guys are operating is because of something, right? And everything's always a reason. Now, the High Priestess could be coming up because there may have been a bit of a passive energy beforehand. Somebody may have been more negotiable, maybe more passive, not necessarily having, staunch stances on anything. And now this is more of like this is what I want. This is what I'm striving for. This is what I'm going for. I'm not going to compromise. It's crazy because you have let go of control issues, and the High Priestess is all about releasing the control. She has no control of the situation usually. She's actually very passive, and she allows her intuition to flow through her. She's just very open, and I feel like there was a period in which there was a little bit more trust in this people, or maybe trust in the situation where they feel like they might believe that they shouldn't have had that much trust in a situation. I don't know why I'm stuttering so much, guys, so bear with me. Okay. But there may have been like a passive way of kind of going about things, and that may have made this person feel like they didn't get what they wanted out of a situation, which is why they're going about a situation a bit more ruthlessly, with a little bit more pounce. Like they're not willing to compromise this time. Like they're like, okay, you had it your way, but what if I'm making sure I get my ends meet, kind of like. And it's not, I don't mean to sound very vicious about it, but that's kind of how it is, right? If you have been fucked over at one point, right, you're gonna want to have what you feel like you deserve, which is totally fair enough. This is why I don't have a problem with the Five of Swords. If you haven't been getting what you wanted, okay, Get what you want, Virgo. You know you deserve it. You know you deserve it. But be careful about that, though, right? Just because as a caring person, as a friend, you know, it's coming from a friend to friend here. You know, not a tarot reader, not like a love coach. I want to come from friend to friend. Be careful with this energy. But it's always understandable to come from a place where it's always understandable to make sure you get what you want and not sacrifice something that you do want to get to some sort of outcome, right? To hope that you get what you want later. You put yourself first, you're putting yourself first, you know, and that's okay. Now, the other person's foundation is coming from the Lovers here. So this person is coming from straight up love, surrendering to their connection, to the connection here, surrendering to how they truly feel, accepting how they truly feel. Now, you know, I feel like this person, the reason why, you know, they're the way they are is because they truly have, you know, solid love for this individual, solid love for you, right? You know, so this is good. I like this. They're coming from a pure place, and they can feel a connection that's definitely unwavering. Like, this is solid. Like, this is what they feel. Like, there's nothing that they can do. Like, this is real for them. And you know, it's inseparable. They can't separate. So this person may be coming, you know, if this isn't you, you know, this is somebody that's coming from a place of a bit more selfishness, but they're also not sure if this is, you know, they're willing to do anything. This is why I'm saying this person may not be very ruthless. This may just be like doubts, because they don't really want to sacrifice what they want to make a relationship work, even if they did love this individual. And I feel like this person perhaps does, but again, they may have had situations where they have been more passive and they haven't been able to get the things that they felt that they deserved. So they're in a position where they're not sure if they want to, you know, jump into this. But this person is definitely showing the support. Now, what brings both parties together is this Ten of Swords energy. Some definite devastating ending here. Some betrayal. This is why I said this person may have been backstabbed, and may have been, you know, treated unfairly. They may have had some things being negotiated around them. They may not have gotten what they believe that they deserved from a relationship or within a certain commitment or dynamic of some sort of relationship. Therefore, they're acting in a way that will make sure that they get that very reward, they get that very, you know, success. And it may be a very empty victory for them, because they may not want to do the things that they feel that they have to get what they want. But that's the thing, that's the reason why let go of control issues is the Romance Angels card for the day, because I feel like this person may have to relinquish a bit more control, not in the sense of like, you know, don't let, you know, obviously I feel like don't let your dreams be dreams. If you do truly want what you believe has, you know, is valuable to you, go for it. But don't, you know, be careful with this Five of Swords energy. That's all I have to say. Do what you want to do how, you know, be how you want to be, and go after what it is that you truly want. But be careful with that Five of Swords energy. Sorry guys if I sound like I'm shaking a lot, it's because I'm like really cold. And the reason that you guys came together is because of some sort of betrayal, some sort of thing when it comes to backstabbing. Somebody just, like, something just happened, or there's something ended, if something hit the rock bottom, something start over, something started right over, or something just, you know, reset here. But it's definitely something that hit rock bottom. And the thing that's, you know, the challenge that's coming together here is, the challenge here, rather, is strength. Sorry. So cold. I'm so sorry. Ooh, it's cold over here. But you have strength. That's the challenge that you guys have to face. Again, that's kind of the same. That's kind of the thing. We're letting go of control issues, you know? Letting go of control issues. Allow your situation to unfold naturally. Now, with strength, usually that actually means taking control, because obviously the woman is not being aggressive with the lion, but she is taming the lion. She's definitely taming it and controlling it, keeping it from going crazy on her and of everything around them, because the lions can be very dangerous, right? They're beasts. It's that wild animalistic part of us that we just kind of hold under wraps. And I feel like there's a part of us, there's an animalistic part of us that shouldn't be held back. There's, you know, sometimes the beast needs to come out. And I feel like that's the kind of situation for this individual. I think there have been some sort of control here, on themselves mostly. This kind of control of themselves, which made them, makes them now wild out. Right? I'm not trying to be rude or anything when I say wild out. Like, I'm just being crazy because of my Gemini moon and my choice of words. But let's be real. Like, this person is definitely letting their true selves come out. They know what they want. They're ready to go out and get it. That's it, right? They're letting themselves go. They're letting themselves just go after what it is that they want. No taming themselves, no filter, no nothing. They're just like, hey, this is the real deal. This is what I'm doing. If you don't like it, okay. Bye. And I think this person here, in a way, is letting go of control too. It's very interesting. Both parties are, in a way, are releasing control. But the Strength card also indicates getting through a difficult situation, pushing yourself through a difficult situation, kind of like putting yourself under, putting yourself under like a police or patrol or anything like that. But, just kind of pushing through and, fighting through the difficult energy, because you're going, that's the woman here in the image of the Strength card. She's she's conquering her fears right now, even, interacting with the lion, let alone touching it and petting it and telling it it's okay. Because she's, that's difficult to kind of do that, but she's keeping herself calm. She's keeping herself centered. And while this person may have to release the control of them keeping things so, under wraps, this person may have to control and be the lion, be the lion tamer. Not saying that you're this person over here, or you guys, because I read this as it's you guys is the lion, but this person has to be calm, I think, because, this person, they have their second chance. They're celebrating and, doing all these things. And I feel like this is a really interesting yin and yang kind of balance here. Someone has to kind of give, someone has to kind of take. And I think that's the thing, right? There has to be a balance of the dynamic right now. And letting go of control issues is totally the opposite of what the Strength card is really meaning. In a way, right? It's just like, allow yourself to be who you want to be. Be who you are. No filter, no nothing. No taming of any sort. This person may have to, I feel like this person is already being who they want to be, and hopefully they're not, not sugarcoating, but acting a certain way to pretty much get to what they want either. But I don't think that's the case. I feel like this person is being genuine and being honest. There's no lying or no nothing here that shows this. Really good cards on this side. This side, however, looks like this person has an agenda, and this is okay because they deserve to have what they want, but again, be careful. You have if this is you guys, and if you're this energy here, if you feel like this is this energy, be careful of this individual, because they're trying to get what they want. They're trying to get something out of what they want. Or they're, if you're realizing a bit of resistance from them, it's because this is all based off of the Four of Pentacles, feeling stable, leaving a certain comfort zone. And I think this is the thing. Whatever ended here allowed them to have this kind of space, and they don't know if they want to sacrifice this space to, for a relationship where they have been betrayed before, And I feel like you guys both came from a difficult time, for difficult energy, and both heads on your shoulders are pretty good, but there's truly not a lot of healing here, especially perhaps with this person, because they haven't gotten what they wanted yet. Okay, so very interesting reading this time around, Virgo. Wow. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull you guys your whispers of love this time around. All right. Oof. It's a lot of cards you guys got here, so I'm going to try again. Alright, and you guys have honesty is essential. To be a loving person, it is a person that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. Yeah. Like I said, I think this is the person that's offering something, but they're coming from a place of getting something out of something, right? Or they have some sort of agenda. But to be honest with you, honesty is the best policy. Coming from a place of honesty and truth is what's going to build a better and stable relationship here. That Five of Swords energy, person being doubtful, I feel like that's the thing. They're not sure. But if they come from a place of expressing their doubts, there may be a ability to negotiate. But if this person, he's got to be careful with the control, right? Not to control the situation too much, not to manipulate or not to sway a certain situation to go a certain way, because the outcome may not be as desired. But you have to be careful with that Five of Swords rather. But it is essential. Communication, honesty, being straight up and be straightforward with each other is very big, and it can save a lot of maybe dissatisfying outcomes. Okay. As well, this person may not necessarily try to go after certain things, or may not be being very ruthless. This person also may just feel defeated, right? They may see this opportunity as something new, but they may feel defeated because of how the situation has ended. Now, you guys came together because of some sort of ending, but that doesn't mean that this person may have necessarily recovered from that. And that's why the Strength card may be coming in, because this is about healing and moving forward and moving past the difficult energy, a difficult situation, which the Ten of Swords is, which is in letting go of control issues. Maybe that you may have to just honor those emotions, be honest about how you feel, being honest about where you are. Because even though this person may be seeing this opportunity as something new, something like big and valuable to them, they may not be ready, or they may not be sure that they're ready. But it takes a bigger person to be honest and not secretive about what they feel, right? Don't hide whatever it is that you feel that you're not sure you're ready about. Talk about it, and you may find that this person is willing to negotiate, because I think this person really is. Three of Cups is showing support, so I really feel like this person is willing to work with you. If this is you guys over here, if this is not,